Hey, what's good? Free game all day, man. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe my channel. You know, I'm trying to put in the work, trying to make it a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So, work with me, y'all. You know, but check this out. So, like, I know, like, the last video I made was about karmic relationships. I know it's a lot of people that don't have no type of knowledge about this shit, man. Like, they don't have no kind of knowledge at all. They don't understand it. Um, and I think that we have a lot of free will when it comes to this type of stuff. We do have control over how we move and what we do. But the thing about a karmic relationship is that you the relationship is already decided. That's pretty much it. It comes. It's like, you ever notice how some people, like, they be in some shit and they like be with a motherfucker for like 10, 15 years, and they don't never get married, don't nothing ever come out of it, and then they might fuck around and, you know, break up out of nowhere, and they've been together all that time. Like a woman just get fed up, or a nigga might, mostly it be women that get fed up with niggas who they didn't dealt with like that long like that. But there's a lesson to be learned. Like, you have to learn your lesson out of any situation that you get in. Some people be thinking that they just like running through folks' lives, and they just doing shit, and they just karmic as fuck. You know what I'm saying? They just putting people through shit. Like, just doing all kind of shit. But they're not. They don't understand. You know why they moving the way they moving. You cannot listen to me. You cannot mistreat, mishandle, play somebody, play with their emotions, play with their feelings. Like, you cannot do that and think that your next relationship is going to be okay. It's not going to happen. It's not. It's just not going to happen. You cannot hurt nobody. I don't care what you do or how you try to, like, sugarcoat it. You can lie all day. You can lie to yourself. You can do all of this shit. Again, listen to me carefully. There is no way that you can hurt somebody, mistreat somebody, handle them wrong, like, good and well what you're doing. You cannot do that shit and then think that your life is gonna be easy, smooth, or you finna go and you're finna live happily ever after. That shit is not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. It's not. That's not how the shit works. I think once people actually understand that shit don't work like that, then they will start being better people, a better person. They'll start like thinking before they actually get involved in situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, we give in, and it really has a lot to do with, and I'm going this route. It has a lot to do with, a lot of people are not tapped into their self spiritually. They feel like there's no consequence behind their actions, so they just go and just do shit. But you cannot do that. That ain't how this works. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to, like, be able to have a conscience, to have empathy, to understand that, I'm sorry if, I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry. You have to have that in you, like, well, you know good and well, like, that if you do this, that one day it's gonna come back. That's people who don't understand that. That's why they're forever in that cycle. That's why they're forever going through the same shit, because they don't get it. They don't understand that you cannot handle people that way. And it's not even about just a normal relationship. It could be a friendship. You know, it could be, you know, anything. It could be something like similar to that. You look, let me tell you something. If you know you full of shit, then you don't need to be out there trying to fuck around and play with people. I'm telling you, think about your life. Just think about your personal life right now. I don't know, you know, the people who literally have having bad luck or don't have favor, you know, in like dealing with people. You know what I'm saying? Or dealing with, you know, like, you know, with opposite, you know, sex in relationships and shit. Just think about it. You know, like the last person you dealt with or the person you're dealing with now, if you're going through something, if you're going through anything, and that shit is like, it's nothing that you can, you know, it's something like repetitive, like arguing, cheating, you know, like it's always conflict. That situation is a situation for you to learn from. You have to learn from it, and then you move on from it. There's a lesson to be learned. So your goal is to learn the lesson. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just what it is. And if you learn your lesson, and then you turn around, and then you mistreat somebody, you just throw yourself right back in that karmic cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta clear your karma. Apparently, I got a lot of goddamn karma. You know, but you have to clear your shit in order for your shit to go well. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the karma cycle can even lead to a marriage. It can lead to something, you know, but it's still a lesson to be learned. You have to learn your lesson. So, you know, have a conscience. Treat people right. You know what I'm saying? Like, just sow good seeds. You know, so at the end of the day, you don't have to keep going on and on and on about this shit. Because this is some shit that a lot of people need to be aware of. If people were really in tap and they knew what the fuck this was, then, you know, they karma when they luck will be a little different. But anyway, you know, I just want to speak on that shit again because that shit is so important, and I don't think people don't really understand. Like, you know, you have to, you know, if you know what the fuck is going on within you, and you're involved with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not about that person. Sometimes God is not going to allow a situation to work out because he knows that person is not for you. You know what I'm saying? That happens too. So, you know, you gotta be in tune, man. You gotta know what the fuck is going on within you. You have to. You know, you gotta put in the work. You gotta do a lot of self-healing. And you can't, and I'm telling you, you cannot hurt people and think that your life is going well. That is not gonna happen, man. I promise you it's not gonna happen. I'm just telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Believe me. It's women out there right now, fine as all that those, you know, and their whole life has been fair relationship behind fair relationship, even it's their fault or somebody else's fault. You know, and they still will never learn their karmic lesson because they haven't grew as a person. It's men out here, the same thing. They going through the same shit over and over again because they haven't learned their lesson. Until you learn your lesson, that's when your soulmate gonna come. That's when shit gonna. Then guess what? God can send you a soulmate, and if you mishandle that, you just throw yourself back in that cycle. So that's how that shit work, man. But anyway, look, like and subscribe to my channel. Go back and look at some of my old content. You know what I'm saying? Like this stuff. You know, I'm trying to grow as a content creator and talk about more than just, you know, from a male perspective on things. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about a lot of stuff all across the board. But show your boys some love, man. I fuss with y'all, man. Y'all be easy.